So my second dad told me once, he goes, make your company run and impact as many lives as possible, and then from there, everything else will grow. But when the company grows, the company's bigger, and you have more employees, and it's bigger, eventually you can start taking more out of the company. Welcome to Miami. Whatever comes to my mind at that moment. So my second dad told me once, he goes, make your company run and impact as many lives as possible, and then from there, everything else will grow. But when the company grows, the company's bigger, and you have more employees, and it's bigger, eventually you can start taking more out of the company. What do you think about that?
Yeah, you definitely got to feed it at the beginning. It's hungry, it needs to grow. It's like a kid, keeps growing, you got to feed it.
In like 5 years, I can take $500,000 out a year by the time I'm 40, but I don't really need that. It's more fun for me to spend the money on impacting you guys than it is for me to go do whatever.
Right.
So tell them real quick, like the first week of school at other schools versus this. Like what usually happened?
They get straight down to work. They don't teach us life lessons like this.
They just give you a book and say, read this, or study this math class. Right. Yeah, that doesn't feel so good, does it? No. Whatever.
Give you a lot
The
of
breaks.
full pack.
My bad, Joe.
The full packs of homework.
Full packs of homework.
There, but not so much here, right?
You don't get homework.
Right, good.
Why have homework?
Well, that was one of the things. In other words, the Learning One-to-One Foundation put their program in a Catholic school locally called Curley High School, I think it's called. And that was the main thing that they had to explain to the parents that the parents didn't get. Why aren't they coming home with homework? Because they learn at school. They're not, you're not trying to sort of put them in a jail, at home where they've got to stay there and do just their own. No, so I mean that's good. In other words, don't think that that's for some reason, you're missing something. Whatever it is that you're missing there is giving you the opportunity to be better. In other words, sort of absorb what it is that's going on during the day. Just as a little factoid and a little piece of information, that the example of this, how it impacts it. They do studies worldwide on what school systems in what countries are the best. The best school systems in the whole world are in Finland. Do you know that they have the least number of hours of the kids in the school? Least number of hours, best outcome. So we're not just talking about this room that it works well. It works well when you do that. This, what I would call pricing concept of school. In other words, the school has captured you during the day and they want to capture you during the night with the homework. That doesn't work. I mean, at a minimum, it's going to wear you out.
Well, where's teachers at too?
Right.
Because teachers are now grading all this content,
Right.
which really didn't get them, like they didn't even really care. Did you guys really care about your homework?
No.
I didn't do it at all.
In the academic world, they work around three concepts that build that internal power. A, B, C. The A is autonomy. In other words, it's yours. If you're relying on somebody else or something else, it's not yours. So autonomy is the first, is a start of that internal power, internal motivation. The B is belonging. You really want to be in a group. You want to have friends. You want to have mentors, people who can help you with things. So that belonging, that connectedness is the second part. Third part, which is why you're here, is competence. You got to pick something and work on it. And that gets to the issues as to whether or not you're allowing the enemy to get hold and stop you from doing something. No, you just got to keep doing it. But if you're getting the autonomy, in other words, the authority to do it right, and if you're making connections, like you're doing here, and you're becoming, increasing your competence, little by little, you're feeling, hey, this is like it's working. So that's sort of like what we try to focus on. We focus on bringing ourselves into organizations that help the kids make that work.
It's very easy to communicate, but the quickest way, a way to make you stand out from the crowd, to get to your goal, is to know how to communicate effectively. If you can speak clearly, if you can write clearly, people will listen to you. It's like Dan's saying to you earlier. When you approach someone to teach you about choreography, if you present yourself in an intelligent fashion, you're more likely to get their attention. And in today's world where people get, I don't even want to look at how many emails and texts I've gotten in the last 24 hours, dozens of them. But if somebody writes to me and they say, gee, Jay, I really think that we might want to talk about, what? I don't even read the rest of the sentence. Someone says, good afternoon, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Marcus, and I'm interested in learning about law. I'm going to pay attention to them. Why? Because their brand. Everything, how you represent yourself, how you speak, how you dress, your body language, whether you're happy, whether you're giving an attitude. That's how people perceive you. And if you build your brand in a positive way, people are going to respond to you in a positive fashion.